Good morning. Actually, it's not good morning, it's good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Get in here, get in here. How was your day? How is your evening? How is your morning? Depending on where you're watching me from. Guys, I'm so tired. I just woke up. I made me some soda water and some lemon in it. Ah, so good. Soda water and lemon. Okay, I don't know where to start, but as per the title of the story, I want to share. Thank you for the thumbs up. And guys, remember, if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the three dots. There's a red button that shows subscribe. Show me some love by subscribing to my channel. It's free. It's free to subscribe. And I'll appreciate you. Hey Sissy, how are you doing today? Welcome, Sissy Ann. Sis, you've not slept yet? What's the time in Kenya? I just woke up. I just woke up, Sissy. What's the time in Kenya right now, Sis Ann? It's raining. Let me show you. Look at that. Yeah, it's raining so hard. I just made me some soda water and some lemon. Oh, 8:56. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit early. Thank you for the second thumbs up. Yeah, I'm warm. I have my sweater here. I'm not going anywhere. It's really pouring. Yes, so guys, I want to give you a little bit of a story how I almost got evicted due to helping a friend. Thank you, Sissy. Yeah, this is a great drink. Yeah, my story how I got evicted by trying to be nice and helping a friend. Oh, your eyes are heavy. Sis, you should go to sleep if your eyes are heavy. You should go to bed. You should go to bed and sleep. Hey Vibes, how are you doing? My day is good. Vibes. Welcome, Vibes. How have you been? Long time, Vibes. Where have you been? Yes, so guys, let me tell you my story about how I was almost on a verge of being evicted due to helping a friend. So it starts where back at home I had this friend that we were working together. Oh, you're busy? How is Jamaica? Are you still making sorrel? Hey Tallman, how are you doing, Tallman? Welcome, Tallman. Happy to see you here. Okay, so it starts where I had just moved here in the US. And a friend of mine from back home contacted me, called me, and this lady friend was like, I really don't like it here. People don't like me. Jamaica is good, sister time is. Oh, it's hot. It's raining right now. Let me show you how much it is raining. You see? So gloomy here. So gloomy. Yeah, so it's someone that I was working with a former company I was working with before I came here. And little did I know that I was dealing with a narcissist. It's so hard when when you have friends who are like narcissists, and they feel not when you're dealing with a narcissist person all the time, they feel like they're better than you. You don't deserve anything. Oh, thank you so much, Vibes. I will. They feel like you don't deserve anything. They're always right. They deserve more than you or better than you. But in real sense, they have a problem. They can, hey Juliet, welcome. How are you doing today? Welcome to my live. Happy to see everyone here. Guys, remember to give me a thumbs up as you come in. And if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please click the three dots and there's a red subscribe button there. Hit it and I really appreciate it. So this friend of mine, since back at home I was very busy. I had not known her characters that much. So when I came here in the US, I was almost like a year in the US. So I'm this kind of a person, when someone tells me their story, I will empathize with you and I will try to go out of my way so that I'm able to help you. And I'm happy when people are happy. Let me put it that way. I'm happy when people are happy. Whew. I'm breathing heavily, guys. Pardon me. I'm not feeling well, but I was bored in the house and I was like, let me come here and story time with you guys. So I'm that kind of a person. I'm always happy when I see someone else happy, because happy people, happy life. If your friends are happy, if your family is happy, everybody wins. So that is how I think life should be. So I came here, 1 year passed by. Remember, I'm in a new country. I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to like situate myself, like build my credit, get me a good paying job, own me a house or rent me a house. But guys, the first thing you have to understand, like in the US, before you can own a house, you have to be making 4 times. Hey Naliaka, how are you doing? Welcome Naliaka. You have to be making 4 times the amount of rent you'll be paying monthly. So for example, if my rent is, thank you Naliaka, I appreciate it. So if my rent is $1,000, I have to be making $4,000 a month. And that one is exclusive of taxes. After the taxes are taken out, I have to be making $4,000, which is impossible. So what normally happens in the US, you have to find someone to co-sign for you. Co-signing meaning like someone will sign. It's as if you're taking someone's burden. Someone will sign on your behalf so that in case you don't pay your rent, the mortgage company, the rental company will have to go for the person who co-signed for you. And that means they're putting their credit in jeopardy, because in the US it's all about credit. So if you don't have good credit, you can never make it here. So that was up. Hey mommy, thank you for coming. So that was what's up. So remember, right now I'm at 1 year in the US. I'm trying to make ends meet. I have no credit built. I have no good job, and I'm working basically like 24 hours every day. Okay, there we go. I've been working like 24 hours every day. Okay, so after 1 year, this friend of mine calls me. She was like, the company is not doing well. I don't think my manager loves me here. No one loves me. And I hate to hear people complain like people don't love them. And I remember even when I was at home, when I was telling people like, oh, this is my friend, people will be like, you're a jovial, bubbly person. Like, how can you associate yourself with such a person? But I'm not a kind of a person who loves to judge character unless I've crossed paths with you and you've offended me in a way that I cannot forgive you anymore, then I will know from there. This is gonna be a little bit longer because it's a long story. It's a lot to eat. So feel free to take your breaks, but remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you've not yet. Okay, so she calls me. She tells me how she's not happy. She feels like giving up. If I can just help her, like write her a letter, she can go to the embassy and get herself a visa so that she can come and she can settle over here. So I went above and beyond, helped her out. I even paid her ticket. And at this time, once you're in a foreign country, you are in a foreign country and you don't have your family members here, you get so lonely, and at times you just want to associate with someone that you're relatable to, like someone you know, someone who can speak your language, because at times we have accents, people will not hear what you're saying, but you just want to be you want to be heard. You want someone to be there to listen to you. You want someone who eats the same food, who knows your culture, someone who speaks the same language. Is a little bit depressing when you're in a new country. So at this time, I could not like help out my brother and my sister because they are still young and they're still in school. So at this point, I'm so depressed. I'm so depressed. I don't have friends. It's just working, going to work, home, going to work, home. That was my life, and it was a little bit like depressing for me. So I decided to like, yes, I like, this is my friend, like we've been working together. And my mentality was like, oh, once I bring her here, we're gonna help each other, like succeed, thrive, share the bills, and go ahead and our separate way, like obviously on a good faith, and help out our families back at home. But guys, at times it's not so good for you when people come to you with their problems. It's not good for you to rush to help, because remember, if these people were doing okay when you're not there in their life to help them, they will still be okay, believe you me. So who am I? I want my friend to be okay because she's complaining she's not feeling well. And for me, I'm depressed, so I need a company here. So I went ahead, paid for her ticket. And mind you me, even when she got here, by the time she was coming, I told her, I'm not able to help you out. So when she requested me to help her, I told her, no, I'm not able to help you out. But by then, I was living with with a lady from Kenya, and this lady, she was really helping me out. Like, the only amount I was paying was $200 each and every month for me to just like keep my suitcase and my clothes in her house. So that was manageable because I was doing like a living job where I was staying, because I was driving, but I was scared of driving. So I didn't want to go on the road that much. So this lady, I was just paying someone $200, so of which I was saving a lot, because I will work and make like 1,200. After I pay my taxes, I will remain with like 800, so I will pay the 200 and I'm saving the 600. So hey Hafiz, welcome Hafiz. So it was a win-win for me. I was saving, I was helping out my family, so it wasn't like so much struggle for me. So when this friend of mine contacted me, I told her, my apologies, I'm not able to help you out because first of all, I'm living with someone, I'm living in someone's basement, so I'm not able to help you out. I'm not able to help you out because there's no room, like there's no room for radio Bremen radio. Oh, what is the meaning of that? Hafiz, what is the meaning of radio Bremen radio? So I told her like there's no way I'm able to help you out because I'm living in someone's basement. I don't have like I've not built my credit. I don't have enough finances to like help myself. Someone else is helping me. So remember, narcissists are very smart. Narcissist people are very smart too. So this lady, she went ahead, she started like googling about like American system. Now she's the one feeding me information, you know, she's the one feeding me information, telling me like, you know what, you can go rent a house, and it doesn't matter, like since I'm Radio Bremen, I can go like rent a house. Yeah, I can go rent a house, and after that she can oh, I don't understand what you're saying, Bremen. Write it for me, please. So she was like, oh, don't worry, just go rent a house. It doesn't matter how much, it doesn't matter how much the rent is. I'm gonna do my level best, like even if it means giving you all my salary, half of my salary, I'm going to make sure that everything is paid. We share we split the bills. So she's she's put that in me. So I'm going so I started going ahead like hunting for houses. So since I don't have a good credit, I had to like beg friends. And remember, I'm putting someone else's credit in jeopardy. Someone is trusting me. Oh, thank you for the flowers. Someone is trusting me. Someone is trusting me because they know how hardworking I am, and they know I will never put their name or credit in jeopardy because I'm a hardworking person and I'm gonna pay the bills anyway. Okay, so she convinced me. I go ahead and find someone to co-sign for me because I was not making much at that moment. So someone co-signed for me. It was like I found few friends at work, so someone co-signed for me, and voila, I got a house. So but to rewind back, before that, I told her the situation. I told her like, remember when you come here, since yes, I'm driving, but I have like 2 jobs. I'm going back and forth. I'm not able to drive you around easily, so you might have a living job. So she had like a living job, so she knew about that, and she knew that she's not gonna be in the house as much as she wants because she'll be doing a living job. So, and she's like, it doesn't matter, I will do what it takes, even if it means I'm just paying for the house for me to put my things as I get myself settled out. Silly me. I followed, like, I followed her advice, like I was really listening to her. So she went ahead, convinced me, and she was like, I will not have any problem, I'm not going to complain, it's okay, as long as I'm making money, I'm fine. Hi Hosanna, welcome Hosanna. So she was like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm gonna pay the bills, it doesn't matter. Hi Hosanna, thank you so much for coming. Remember to give me my thumbs up, guys. Remember to give me my thumbs up. So she was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay all the bills, it doesn't matter, even if it means like I'm gonna be staying in the house. And I was like, the possibilities of you coming to this house, even though you're paying for it, it's like 10%. You'll be paying for the house, but you might be in the house maybe during the weekends. Monday through Friday, you'll be doing a living job because you don't have a car, so you're not able to like drive all the time. And for me, since I have two jobs, I cannot commit myself to coming to pick you, drop you, wake up early in the morning because I'm exhausted. She was okay with that. So I helped her. She came here, and she was like, okay, I'm okay with that. Thank you for the thumbs up, Hosanna. I'm okay with that. So she was okay, we were okay, everything was okay. But what I came to realize my mistake was, by the time we were agreeing, each and every time you agree with someone or you make a pact with someone, guys, always record the statement, always take a pen and a paper, sign together, because when this person tries to deviate from the agreement, it's easy for you to go to court and sue them. So in my case, those things were not in place, so I was not able to sue this person. Okay, so we'll come to that. So she came, she did what she was supposed to do. She paid the rent. So the problem started coming where she knew I was having two jobs, and now she started complaining like, oh, nowadays you're not coming to see me so much. Nowadays you're not coming to see me so much. I pay for the rent. Now this one after 2 months of payment, right? 2 months of payment. And remember, this lease, I had taken a lease for 2 years. So, and in the US, it's not so good for you to break your lease before it ends, unless you're buying a house. But it's not good for you to like to break your lease and go to, it's okay for you to break your lease if you've complained something is wrong with the apartment, and you know you have that evidence to show, like, and it cannot go against your credit. But even if you break the lease, you have to pay, I think you have to pay them like a month or two of the rent before you vacate. So it's a lot. I feel like crying when telling this story. So so she paid, we were okay. She paid 2 months of the rent. So after 2 months, she started acting funny. She was like, oh, yeah, she paid 2 months. The third month, I paid everything. So I'll just pay the rent, and I will expect her to like bring me like send me the money so that I can replenish or bank into my bank the money that I had already paid. But remember, at this point I had already told her she's gonna be doing a living job, and it's like 10% she's gonna be coming at home because she's not driving, and I have two jobs. I'm not able to accommodate like picking her back and forth, because my first job I'll start by 6. I have to be up by 5 o'clock, go for my first job until 3 o'clock, get out of my first job, at 3 o'clock, go to my other job, work until 10, then drive back home. So I was sleeping like a minimum of 3 hours or 4 hours maximum. So I could not do that to myself. So that was explained. That was okay. She was okay for 2 months. But when she came, I used my credit. Like, she didn't even have like enough clothes, and she didn't have clothes. She had clothes, but not like winter clothes. You know, because we are from Kenya. By the time she was coming, it was almost winter. So I used my credit to like purchase. Like, I even put her on my mobile plan, because I had like a family plan. So if you add someone, even though it's a lot of lines on it, you pay less. So I was just trying to like reduce, to make life easy for her, to make it comfortable for her, because I know some of the things. So she had to be sending me the phone bill, of which she didn't want to send me. She had to send me the water bill. So she came to a point, she was like, since I'm not living in the house, I don't use the electricity and I don't use the water so much. So I'm not gonna be paying for that. So I was like, it's fine. I will pay for electricity and I will pay for water. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna do that myself. So it's okay for you to just pay for the rent. So she did that 1 month. The fourth month, she completely now refused to pay everything. So each and every time I will be calling her, she will be like, first of all, it's either she's gonna ignore my phone, she's gonna put me on voicemail, or she's gonna give me an excuse like, oh, like I'm still selling my car back at home and I've not received the money back. She'll just give me like a bunch of like BS, if I may say, a bunch of BS for her not to give me what she owes me. So when it came to that point, I'm not a kind of person who I'm going to like keep on tormenting or torturing you about the money, because at the end of it all, I want my peace. I love peace. I love my comfort zone and all that stuff. So when she started acting like that, I decided, like, you know what? Since you're not giving me the rent, you've decided to make me this villain that I am. It's fine. There's no need for me to call you. There's no need for me to talk to you, because there's nothing we're gonna help each other with, you know. So I started like getting busy. Now I'm busy, like now I took up, like I started like doing an Uber, you know. I signed up now. Now at this time I'm doing 3 jobs. So I started like doing an Uber. So I come from my job. So since my jobs are not paying me that well, I decided to do Uber like during the high surge times. So I didn't work the weekends. So during the weekends, instead of me resting in the house, I will go do the Uber for me to substitute for the money that she's not paying me. And believe me, guys, in the US, it's as if like the moment you get your money, it's getting out of the window. You get, it goes. So it's as if I was working for the house. At this point, since I was having a car, I'm new in the system. Like, I don't have so much experience with driving. So since I don't have so much experience, my insurance was high. Actually, I was paying, my insurance was higher than my monthly payments for my car. That was how bad it was. So I'm paying for that. I'm paying for the house. I have to pay for the water bill. I have to pay. Like, I almost went into depression at that moment. So, and this lady, since she's refused to pay me the money, she didn't even make an effort to call and ask me like, are you okay? How can I do to help? So she's going around spreading to, now she's looking for other people. She's looking for other people, and the people are like she was telling other people like I'm forcing her to pay the rent, she doesn't stay in the house. So people thought like I'm this horrible person. So by the time she was spreading my name, fortunately that like the people that she was spreading my names to, now these people were eager to know who is this Joy. Like who is Joy. So when people get to meet me, they're like, oh, you're the person this lady is talking about, you know. You're the person this lady is talking about, like she's been talking so ill about you. So I told them the story, like this is the story, this is what happened. Like she's talking ill about me because first of all, she convinced me to find an apartment. I was living comfortably with a lady who was only charging me $200, and right now she's making me. Now I'm paying $1,200 for the apartment. Then I had like I had a cable for 300. Then electricity was coming to around 150. So it's almost like 1,600, 1,000, almost 1,700 each and every month, of which I cannot even afford. So I told them like, yeah, I helped her. She said she's coming here. We were supposed to split the bills, but she came here, she changed, she don't want to pay the bills. So, and each and every time she will come and talk to, like, we had like a common friend, you know. So she will come and talk to other people that I used to work with, and she'll be like, oh, she's here acting as though she has it all, but she's like, I found other people who said they've already suffered for us and they're helping me with accommodation and I don't have to pay anything. Not in the US. No one is gonna make you stay in their house, especially if you're not a relative and you're not paying even a bill. It's not possible. It's not possible. Not in the US. So when she started saying that, I started minding my business. Now I'm not talking to her because she stopped talking to me, so I'm not gonna force that relationship. And remember, this is a narcissist I'm dealing with. So for her, everything she's doing is right. I'm wrong. I'm the wrong person here. So I stopped talking to her. Like not talking, like I stopped initiating with her. So she did her thing. She went to other people. Now she came to my house. She tried to come to the house and she picked up her belongings. So after she picked up her belongings, she left and she went to stay with another lady. So a few months later, this lady came to me and she was like, yeah, like she did to me the same way she did to you. Like she went to her house, moved her stuff in there. She didn't want to pay bills. Like she's jumping from one part. She don't want to pay. She just want to stack her money. She want to live for free. So she don't want to pay anything. And she knows the hardship here in the US. Like it's so hard when you're by yourself and no one is helping you out. Like it's just human for you to be like, I'm living in your house, take this money and go pay your bill, or take this for electricity, or take this amount and put it on your, you know, on your rent. It's very, yeah, she's acting smart. Yeah. So she now she went from one person to another. She started going from one person to another. So that was a trend. So I think she did this to like 4 people, and everybody was like, wow, whatever she was talking about you, like she's an evil person. Everybody kept on calling her evil because she will. Yes, Juliet, some people are just something else. Yeah, she thought she was smart. So when she did that, she left. She started going from one person to another, one person to another, one person to another. So people knew her character. You know, they normally say like a character is like, how, what is the name? They normally say like, you can never hide your character for so long. It will always come out. It will always show up, you know. So, but this is the lesson, guys. I want to teach you something. Sometimes it's not everybody who says that your friends are your friends. Some people have this bad aura. This friend of mine, like, believe you me, before she came to the US, I was living a very comfortable life. Immediately I invited her in my life, so many bad things started happening. The moment she left my life, good things started happening. So it means like she has like a bad aura. Like, my mom used to tell me, like, people have spirits and you have to, like, people have spirits, and it's true. Like, people can come and give you like that dark spirit in you, and some things happen for a reason. So I'm so happy that she left my life, because if she could not have left my life, I could still be in depression. I could not be where I am at this moment. So I feel like she was brought to my life to teach me a lesson. Like, it's not everybody that I need to give a helping hand. Some people are there to drain you. Their spirits are there to drain you. The moment she came, I was almost like in the pit of hell. Like, I was almost drowning. I was close to my grave, you know. I was close to my grave. Like, it was so bad. But immediately she disappeared, she got out of my life, things started changing, you know. So at this moment, remember, I'm still having this house for 2 years. I cannot finish the lease. So what happened is, there's this friend of mine I used to work with, and she was a student. And so since it was a 2-bedroom house, she was a student, and she didn't want to live in school. She wanted like somewhere she can call home. So I invited her and I told her the situation. This is the situation. I was living with someone and they didn't want to pay a rent, so if we can split it in two. That was my miracle over there. She was an angel. Like, she's like my sister until now. Even though we gone our separate way, she's a person I can call. And that's why I love Nigerians. She's Nigerian. And she's the person, like, when when she came, I told her my situation. She called the dad, and the dad paid 6 months of my rent. 6 months of my rent. I will never forget. Like, tears are just running down. But remember, at this time, before the dad paid the rent, I had been given an eviction notice two times. Now I was just almost going to, like, I was supposed to get me a lawyer to help me with the eviction, and for me to narrate my story and to just plead with them, like, they should give me time. I'm working on it. So it's made me like go into debt. I had to go like borrow money for me to be able to pay my house as I pay. So I was from debt to debt to debt. It was so bad. But when this friend of mine came, the dad paid 6 months of my rent, and he cleared some of the debt that I had. And from there, things started changing. Like, we will coordinate, we will work together. Whenever I don't have rent, she will pay for everything, and she'll be like, no, you don't have to worry about that. But since I was the bigger person here, like, I was the older person here, I took myself as a bigger sister, and I was like, no, I thank God that you've paid it, but I'm gonna give it back. So whenever I got the money, I will maybe give her like I will give her like I will give her maybe half of it as I work towards the other amount for me to give it to her. Thank you, Mama, for still being here. So we continued living together for like 2 months. Now this friend of mine came back. So she came back to pick up her things, and I was like, no, I'm not going to give you your things, because first of all, you don't live here, and she had the keys, so she waited for me to go to work, and she wanted to come back to collect her clothes. So I told her, no, you don't live here, and you have to return your clothes that you picked from the house because you're stealing, you know. So I told her, I'm gonna take you to court. Like, if you're not gonna bring whatever you took in the house, I'm gonna accuse you of stealing and breaking into the house. So that's how she brought the clothes. So I told her, the moment I'm gonna give you your clothes, the moment I'm gonna give you your certificates, it's when you paid your portion. I need you to give me 2 years. Sorry guys. So, you know, so she was like, so when she found the friend there, she was like, oh no, there's no way, there's no way we're gonna be, there's no way we're gonna be, sorry, someone was trying to call me, I'm losing my thoughts. She was like, there's no way we're gonna, where was I? Yeah, there's no way she gonna be giving me the money because I have someone else living in the house. I told her, the reason why I brought someone to live in the house is because you refused to pay your portion and you had already gone, so you have nothing to do with this house. But if you want me to give you whatever you need at this moment, I need you to pay your portion because you made me come into this debt. So there's no way I'm gonna give you what you want. So I stayed with her clothes, I stayed with her certificate. She's never come for it, and I'm like, if she don't come for it, I'm sorry to say so, but I'm gonna burn it because she made me go into depression. So I'm gonna make her pay for what she did for me. So after that, she never came back. She looked for another job. So she got married. So after she got married, this lady, remember I'm dealing with a narcissist. After she's refused to pay the rent, at this point I'm settled. My credit is good because I finished paying the rent. I bought me a new car. This lady got to find out that I had a new car. So when she got married, she had the audacity to call me and be like, I just got married and we're going to have our honeymoon in the is it in the caves, or in the mountains. So she wanted to borrow my car. She wanted to borrow my car because the husband was not driving. I don't understand why the husband was not driving. And apparently she was not in good terms with the husband because the husband was staying with 4 other people. So the husband was not well off. So you see how God is coming around, right? How God is coming around to them, to her. So she started, I was like, okay, why will you come to me? I'm still being nice, you know, I'm still talking to her, I'm still being nice. I'm like, why will you come to me to ask if I can give you my car, and America has rental cars? Like, why can't you guys go rent a car? She's like, oh, my husband doesn't have an ID, and I'm still a new driver. I don't have like my license yet. So I'm like, okay, so what if something happens to my car? Like, this is a $50,000 car, and you're not able to pay $600 worth of your rent. Will you afford to pay an $1,000 each and every day, like each and every month? If 600 you cannot. So I told her, look, don't you so I blocked her. I told her, you're a bad omen, I don't want to see you again in my life. Just go to the hole that you went to. So at this point I was so nasty with her. I was like, I don't have anything to discuss with you. You're not my friend. I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't exist. Like, I really don't even, I've never even seen you in my life. That's what I told her. So that's how much she offended me. So she went, and after that, then she started again spreading the rumor, like, I'm a bad person. I act as though I want to help, but I don't want to help. I'm like, no, I'm not a rental company. So you don't come to me asking for my car. Go to Enterprise. If not, you know. So at that moment when I told her I'm not giving her my car, that's when she decided she's not going to talk to me anymore. So apparently she got like a job, the place where we were having a job, like the place where I was working in the hospital. She got a sitting job there. So um she's like this kind of like a gloomy person. Like when you just see her, you know, like this person has something going on. So apparently, like, people at my workplace, they loved me, my resident loved me, because I'm this kind of, I'll be dancing for them, I'll be joking, like we'll just be having a blast whenever we are at work, you know. Where I was, there was always laughter and a blast. So when she came to my job, now she started again spreading the rumor about me. Then people started asking, like, there's this new girl who keeps on like spreading rumor about you, what is, like, what's going on? So first of all, I was just so busy, I didn't even know she was the one. So come to think of it, one day I met her, and there's this lady. She's also Nigerian. That's why I really love Nigerians. Like, Nigerians don't have filters. Like, this woman, she's a pastor, and the moment she saw her, she was like, this is the lady that I was talking to you about, and my spirit just don't like her. My spirit, this lady kept on saying, my spirit just don't like her. So she calls me her daughter, and each and every time the lady will go say something bad about me, she'll be like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, this is my daughter, I know her, and there's nothing you can say that can go against her. So people started like noticing her in my workplace. So when she came in the workplace, I remember, like, at that time, even when she was married, she was not even in good terms with the family. So even the brother, even the brother called me. The brother had to call me because their mom was sick. So the brother called me, and the brother was like, my sister is not talking to anyone. She's refused to talk to us. But I know, like, when she came to you. Now remember, since she's not talking to anyone in their family, can you guys see me? Okay. Since she was not talking to anyone in the family, and when she was leaving Kenya, people knew she was coming to my place. So everybody's calling me about her whereabouts. So after that, I told them, like, I've not spoken with your sister for almost for few months. Like, we are almost going for 1 year. So and I told them the situation. I told them, like, when your sister came here, I told her how the situation is gonna be, and she left me in debt, and she really don't want to pay anything. So she's running away from me because she knows she owes me. She needs to pay all this money, but she don't want to pay me. So but since the brother at that moment was crying because the mom was sick, I think she told the brother to leave the job, and she'll be sending money at home to him so that he can go take care of the mom. But she didn't fulfill that promise with a family. So it was the brother who was telling me, like, this is how our sister is. She's just a difficult person. She's not a person who can help. So when the brother told me that, I had empathy with the brother, and I had to send money, because she was like, my mom don't even have money for us to buy medication for her. So I empathized, and I was like, okay, send me your number. I'm gonna send you M-Pesa. So I M-Pesa'd the brother, and remember, the sister didn't even know we are not talking. So when she came to my job, and this lady now, she kept on telling this lady, I'm kindly requesting you to talk to Joy so that we can talk again and be friends. Then she kept on saying, why do you keep on telling me, like, you want to be friends with her? Like, she's not refused to be your friend. Like, she's this kind of person you can talk to, and she's gonna listen to you. Like, what did you do that she cannot really forgive you? So after that, that's when we were together, when we sat together, that's when at that point she realized like, oh, we were not talking, but I was sending money to the brother, for him to pay, for him to buy medication for the mom that was not feeling well, and I also help out with, for them to pay their rent, you know. So this lady was like, you see, she's not talking to you because that is who she is. She's not talking to you, but she's still helping out your family that you're even refusing to help. So after that, the lady was like, the only reason why she's not talking to you, it's because you made a promise that you did not fulfill, and at this point, since you want to talk, at least pay her some of the amount so that she can feel at ease, because she's gone through so much. She started again. She's like, no, I was not living in the house, I was this. Then I told my friend, I told her, this is how she's been doing. She'll give you this story of her not living in the house, of which she knew she was not gonna live in the house apart from Saturday and Sundays, because that is her off days, and she knew about this, you know. So she'll keep on saying that story to you, and she will not want to pay. So I'm not even here to talk to her. So this friend of mine told her, by that time I was expecting, expecting with my son. But that time this friend of mine, Wanda, she was like, I see the kind of a person you are, and you're not a good person. You have a black spirit. The lady said, you have a black spirit, and I don't want my daughter to get involved with you. So when you see her going this way, you have to go the other way. I don't want seeing you to meet, because if you do that, I will make I will make you like lose your job, because she cannot, you found her here and she cannot lose her job because of your spirit over here. So she she was like, they made her like, sorry, they made her like stay away from me so that I can just have my peace of mind. And everybody was like, no, you're not a good person, and don't associate with this lady at all. So everybody like denounced her. Everybody was like telling her, you have to stick in your lane, come do your job and go home. Don't involve it. Like, you're a narcissist, you decided you're not gonna pay your share, so that is it. Just leave this girl to be. So since then, after I gave birth, I had to change jobs. So I changed jobs and I went somewhere else where I cannot see her, I cannot have anything to do with her, because I just wanted my peace of mind. Because at times I felt like, this is the same friend who kept on saying that she admires my life. Let me tell you, if you find people who tell you they admire your life, and they're there to make you, they're there for your downfall, just be careful. Those are dangerous people. So I had to change my jobs, because I felt like everywhere I was going, this woman was following me. Like, she just wanted to be in my presence. She just wanted to be in my bubble. So I prayed over that. And since I stopped seeing her, since my paths parted with her, my life became a beautiful life. I started like getting blessings. I started getting like nice friends, good people who just wanted good things to me. So the moral of the story is, not everybody you have to help. And be careful when a friend comes and they say they need your help. If you really don't know them that personally, please don't be quick to like jeopardize your finances, your happiness trying to help someone, especially when it comes to finances. Because when they say the money is the source of all evil, guys, it's the truth. Money is source of all evil. So find your peace first. If you're not okay, you cannot help somebody else. Don't try to force yourself to help when you're not in a position to. It's rather for you to say no, like, learn to say no. Don't say yes to everybody. Learn to say no. Whoever loves you because you told them no, well and good. Whoever will not love you, well and good. God will always bring you someone who will appreciate you the way you are. So I'm hoping this was motivational. And next time you try to invite people in your circle, be careful who you're bringing in your circle, because not everybody is there wanting you to have a good life or to prosper in life. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me. Please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you've not. And thank you for listening to me. Yes, she was a bad energy. Very true, Naliaka. She was a bad energy. Yeah, that was my first time for me to get eviction, like eviction letter. I hear people get eviction letters. Hey, that was the first. That was the first eviction letter in my life. In the US, life is very different. Like, you can, in the US, is not like back at home. And she knew that because she studied American systems so well. She's a smart person. In the US, it's not like back at home where you just you can go, like, you move from house to house whenever you feel like, here they make you sign an agreement for a period of time, and you really have to finish that period of time, because if you don't finish that period of time, first of all, it's gonna go to your credit, because they report everything to the credit. So here the credit is here to make you, like, the credit in the US helps you to live a comfortable life that you want, but only. Goga, welcome. Karibu, how are you doing? Hope you've had enough rest from yesterday. So the credit is built to make you spend beyond your means, but you also have to be smart and know how to pay it off. So, and in the US, everything is all about credit. You want to go buy a house, they have to look at your credit. So, yes. So my credit was already ruined, because remember they did send me eviction notice. So remember they did send me eviction notice, Naliaka. So when they send you eviction notice, they already put in your credit, like, you are not able to pay your house. And that's why um when you want to rent a house here, you have to earn 4 times the rent. So my rent was 1,200, so I was supposed to be making 1 4 I was supposed to be making 4,800, close to 5,000, of which I was not even making half of that. I was not making half of that. So yes, Goga, you can say wow again. So I was not even making half of that. So when they reported me when they gave me the eviction notice, it already went, not only my credit, even for the friend of mine who was co-signing for me. That's why in the US it's so hard for you. It's even hard when you see, like, parents cannot sign for their irresponsible kids. Am I making sense? Like, that's why you see in the US, like, there's a lot of court orders, like court dispute stuff between family, kids and parents, because a credit here is a major thing. Like, you cannot afford to mess up your credit. That's why we have people who are homeless in the US. That's how you get to be homeless, because once your reputation with your credit is put out there, you cannot buy a car, you cannot rent a house, you cannot buy a house, you cannot do all these major things, because people will not trust you. Because your reputation is like, you cannot afford it, so why will we give it to you? Hey, Auntie Marge, how are you? Welcome, Auntie Marge. Welcome, Marge. Karibu. Yeah, so that's the reason why. That's the reason why, like, credit in the US is very paramount. People guard their credit with their hearts, because once it's, yeah. And the other thing, let's say people strive to have good credit, because if you don't have good credit, let's say I think the maximum you can go with the credit here, it's like 800 points, right? So let's say if I have 500 points, my credit is 500 points, and let's say Goga has 800 points. So if we go to buy a car, let's say a car is $10,000. So Goga will, since Goga's credit is high, he's gonna get good interest rates. So let's say authorities know your credit, yes. Yes, Gaga. So let's say if the interest rate is let's say standard is 4%, Gaga can get 3%, and I'm gonna get an interest of 7%. So you see, yeah. So the better credit you have, the less interest you pay. The more the better credit you have, the less interest you pay. The lower credit you have, the more interest you pay. So that's why you see the poor will always remain to be poor. The rich will always remain to be rich. You're welcome, Auntie Marge. I'm gonna get back to you. Let me take a screenshot. I'll get back to you, Auntie Marge. Yeah. So that was it, guys. Like, it was not easy. So just be careful when you don't be quick to go helping people. You have to be okay first. You have to be okay first for you to be able to help other people. That was my story, guys. I'm hoping I motivated you a little bit. I'll connect to you, Marge. So that was it. That's how credit works here. So if you have, the US is a beautiful land. Like, you can have anything you want. That is if you have good credit. But if you have bad credit, guys, it's not. But nowadays we have this app. It's called, I normally tell most, like, that's what I used for my brother, because when my brother came here, he was just still young and he didn't have credit. Yeah, he didn't have credit. So there's an app. It's called Self-Lend. So Self-Lend is like, it helps you build your credit. So you pay money, but it's as if you're saving your own money. Then at the end of the year, it's gonna send you back your money. It's just like reporting to the, it's as if you're reporting to the creditors, like you're paying your money in advance, like you're paying your money good, like you're on time with your payments. That's how I can say, yeah, you're on time with your payments. That's where Self-Lend comes in. Yeah, that's where Self-Lend comes in. Yeah, so it's a lot because, guys, I remember, like, when I came here, since I had, like, my credit was not established, my car, I was paying, my car payments each and every month was 380. My car insurance was close to 500, almost 600. I was paying more. My insurance was higher than my car notes. Yeah, because first of all, and that's how insurances work, especially, yeah, when you're driving. So it depends on which city you live in, which road, because we have some, especially where I was living, that road was notorious to having accidents. So that was a lose-lose for me. So since it was known for having actually even my husband got an accident. He ruined his Jeep Wrangler. He got an accident when he was leaving my apartment. So it's known to like a place to have so many accidents. So they look at your age, they look at your driving record. I didn't have a driving record. I was not 30 yet. I was not 30 yet when I started driving. I was not 30 years old yet. So my insurance was also high. So, and my brother's was so bad because my brother had just turned 19. So he's not even 21 yet. So his insurance was close to 500. Yeah. So his insurance was close to 500. Yeah, it was that bad. So they look at your age, they look at your driving record. So since I was new, I was not barely a year, so they increase it because they're like, okay, you're still new, you don't have enough driving record, so you insure, like, there's a possibility you're gonna make an accident. Then they also look at the color of the car you're driving. Apparently, I never knew this. Like those people who drive red cars, the interest is high. So in my life, I will never buy me a red car because I think they go fast. There's something about red cars in the US. If someone lives in the US and you know about the red cars, please educate us on that. So I can never buy me a red car. Okay, so I was under the age of 30. I was living at an apartment where my there was a lot of accidents. My car was a new car. So since I had just started paying it, they knew if I got into an accident, you know what? I have to, that's a lot of money they are losing. But one thing I came to notice with the cars, guys, if you're living in the US, if your dealership is not telling you this, remember, before, even when you're going for test driving, before you leave the, Sis Anne, welcome back. Before you leave the lots, make sure you sign something they call GAP. Gap insurance. So gap insurance is it's not very expensive. So let's say gap insurance is an insurance that covers you. Let's say I buy a car right now and I drive off the lot and I get into an accident. I've not even started like my first payment, right? And this car, because when you purchase a car in the US, they give you 90 days before you start making your first payments. Like they are that lenient, they're that good. So let's say you get into the accident and you've not even started paying this car off. Let's say your car is 10,000, right? So you go to the shop and they tell you they total your car. They tell you it's totaled. We cannot afford to like repair it's beyond repair, so we have to total everything out. So with the gap insurance, it's gonna pay off everything. And you know how much you pay for gap insurance? I remember my gap insurance, I think I was paying like close to $7 to $9 each and every month. But if you get into an accident, they're gonna pay off the remainder of the money so that you're not left with a loan. Like you don't get into an accident, you have to pay you have to pay this loan, then you have to go purchase another car and it's like you're having two payments. So gap insurance is so good. If you live in the US, consider putting that in your plan when you're purchasing your car, because it covers your car until you finish all the payments. But once you pay off your car, the gap insurance does not cover your car anymore because you don't have, the car is already paid off. So once it's totaled, there's nothing you're losing. It's totaled. That is it. So that's another good thing about gap insurance. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed day, evening, morning. I love you. I have to go and sleep because I just woke up like 2 hours ago and I was so tired. My nose are blocked. I cannot eat. I'm just there. I was like, let me come and ramble here with my people. So thank you so much for keeping me company. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you. And bye. Next time I'll come with another story.